on. Oh, you're in LA too. Good. All right, let me get the comments going on StreamYard. There we go. Okay, so now you have my attention, TikTok. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always very exciting. And also you can, someone said, you never unblock me from Instagram. I don't think I blocked anybody. I'm not in charge of that. I got people. Ask my social media manager. I don't know. Did you say something rude? Because sometimes they do that. Those girls don't even let me see stuff that's going on. They just I have two fabulous young women who work for me, Kayla and December, and they look at all those DMs and figure out stuff. Oh, thank you, darling. You hear the noise? That's my sweet 19-year-old daughter taking out the trash because I told her it smelled. Hello, Palm Springs. Hi, Virginia. How are you? Okay, we have everybody else coming on board. Fort Worth, Texas. Hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I see YouTube. I see LinkedIn. I see Facebook. And let me know where you are in the world. A lot of people. Oh, you keep saying unblock you. I'm not going to block you because I'm suspecting that if you're blocked somewhere on my Instagram for DMs, it's probably because one of my social media gals said, uh-oh, he's saying something rude or inappropriate. Hello, Lisa in Santa Barbara. Hi, Margaret in Tennessee. Good to see you guys. West Covina. Oh, first time on seeing me on YouTube. Well, for those of you who do not know me, I am Dr. Wendy Walsh. I'm known as America's relationship expert. I have written 3 books on relationships. I've been obsessed with the science of love for quite a few decades. I have a radio show on KFI AM 640. That's an iHeart radio station here in Los Angeles for 7 years. I'm a former co-host of the television show The Doctors, and I'm a psychology professor. So I'm not a therapist. Nothing I do should have to do with therapy or mental health stuff, but I know a lot about human mating strategies. And I'm a woman of a certain age who has a lot of life advice to share. One of the reasons why I do this little live stream for a few minutes on Wednesdays is because afterwards I immediately go over to my private Zoom room with my patrons, my Patreon members. And if you have not been onto Patreon, you really should. Patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. You can join and have more access to me and ask me one-on-one questions, and you can send me messages all day long there if you want. Yeah, the hair. Oh, you're from Oregon? Hello. I just flew in from Oregon, and that's why the hair is what it is, because it was a mess. I was up on my farm, and so I just tied it up to get through this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm freezing up on your end. You just got here, so don't worry. Aloha, aloha to you. Okay, we got some questions coming in over here on StreamYard. If you have some questions on TikTok, then bring them on. I'm here for a few minutes. Let's see. Why do I always search for someone better? Well, that's a really interesting question. The question is why you don't feel secure love and attachment with the one you're with, but you're always worried about the bigger, better deal. I think part of the problem nowadays are dating apps. Dating apps have kind of rewired our brains to create, well, it kind of biohacks our brain to create something called a paradox of choice. And a paradox of choice is very simple. It basically says that the more choice you have as a human being, the less likely you are to make a choice. And when you do make a choice, you will value that choice less because you'll be thinking about the bigger, better deal that just might be out there. And so, again, we are wired in our hunter-gatherer past, anthropologically, to not be able to meet prospective mates very often that weren't related to us. We roamed in these roving encampments of mostly related to family members. And sort of when a new hunter from a different tribe came in, we got very, very excited. We're wired to get excited about new potential love. But dating apps biohack this because they're exposing you to potentially thousands of new mates every day. It is not unlike our craving for salt, sugar, and fat, which were vital but trace nutrients in our anthropological past. And now all the processed food manufacturers and fast food manufacturers has figured out, put a lot of salt, sugar, and fat and stuff, and people will crave it, and they'll want more and more and more. Oh, I know why you're freezing up, because I see my batteries going down there on TikTok. It just froze me up over there. Okay, question coming in. Oh, this is about long distance. Okay, this is a good one. Jeff asks, I'm 57. I've been divorced for 2 years. My challenge is I live in the country and really have no interest in moving into a suburban setting. I get it. I've been going out with women who live over 60 miles. Okay, so yeah. So here's the thing. You're going to have to make a decision whether you're going to narrow your search just to people kind of within your zip code. And then you're going to have to understand that you're going to have a smaller selection, right? I would say this because I know there are a lot of urban women or suburban women, especially in your age group, who are looking to have their farm with their chickens and whatever and want your life. Is I would put that in your profile and I would ask that question in the very first thing. I'd be like, you interested in moving to the rural? Because I'm not moving back to the city. I'm done there. I hate having my hair. I don't know what these little pieces are sticking out. Tuck it in. That's what I think you should do, Jeff. Just let them know. Do not give up country life. It's super good for your health. So just let them know. Jonathan on YouTube says, do I record my show from home? No, I go to the iHeart Radio studios in Burbank, California. And so I'm there on Sundays. And that's where I do my live from the studios there, that you'll see me there. Oh, here's a good question from Michael. Michael says, I've been married 24 years and having difficulty connecting with my wife and spending quality time for several years. I do more activities without her. Any advice? Okay, so here's the thing. Couples, especially when you hit that 20, because the 50% divorce rate that you hear about all the time is really about marriages 20 years or more, right? And so when you start to approach the empty nest and you haven't repurposed the relationship and you're starting to grow apart, it's really important that you bring it up with her, that you tell her that you've noticed you've been growing apart and you're not doing things together, and you're concerned that you're going to end up breaking up. And so you ask her, would she like to be on the team and commit to a plan or a program that will help jumpstart? And yeah, the two of you need to sit down and say, who are you now? I'd like to get to know you now and who you are. And if she's not on the team, if she's saying, I don't know, I'm fine, or you're doing stuff on your own, I thought you were busy and you're fine, you've got to tell her you're not fine, that you don't want to be growing apart, that you want to do the work that it takes to get together. What's very inappropriate? I don't know why. I'm going to leave a compliment up because Michael said something nice. How to deal with a very insecure man. It's exhausting. He's also hypersensitive. Okay, so what you need to do is talk about the elephant in the living room by your feelings, by saying, I think you're fabulous. I feel like you don't love you as much as I'm into you. I wonder why. You can also say things, it's not my job to make you confident. It's not my job to make you happy. I think you're great. You got to always bookend it with a compliment. I love you, or I think you're fabulous, or I love that you do this. Be really specific. But it feels like you don't appreciate you as much as I do. You know that old saying, you can't truly love someone until yourself first, because you're always going to doubt their love. You have those critical voices in your head, not you, but the guy you're with. I'm trying to meet people, but I can't find anyone. Sometimes I think it's me. Maybe, honestly, I would suggest getting into therapy and getting a good clinical therapist as a partner in this, and go on the dating apps and explain what you said and what you did and what you're searching for. Sometimes this isn't necessarily about you. I just want to say life is very much a self-fulfilling prophecy. And if we believe we won't find a mate, then we'll look for mates who aren't interested in us unconsciously, not even out of awareness. And we will prove to ourselves that what we believe is true, right? So what's really important is that we change our thought patterns and we go out and try to prove the goodness or disprove the negative things in our head. It does come down to self-worth. She gives nearly zero effort, finds some way to blame me for everything. What do I do? Why do you say? I don't know, maybe there's kids involved and I understand that. But, I'm always amazed how people will stay in a relationship as long as there's slightly more warm fuzzies than cold pricklies. Like, in other words, it doesn't even have to be great. It just has to be slightly better than all bad. And so I to ask yourself what you're getting out of the relationship and whether it's worth it. I do keep freezing. I'm sorry. I think it's because my battery's low on my phone. I'm sorry I didn't charge it. I had it on all day. And I can't plug it in and also have the mic on. So I'm sorry, Instagram. You're probably going to lose me in a couple minutes. But I have everybody else over here. I probably have time for one more question, and then I got to go anyway. But I'm telling you where I'm going. I'm here. I do my little live stream every Wednesday to let people know that you can have lots of access to me on Patreon. I have a wonderful Patreon community. It's really a brain trust of, it feels like friends giving each other relationship advice. And we meet every Wednesday night at 6:30 in an exclusive Zoom room. On my Patreon is where you can get my podcasts, my books, regular articles sent to you. You can send me private messages that I actually answer. And it's just me answering those messages there. That's my private community. So I really encourage you to come over to my Patreon. It is patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. That's patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. I keep attracting men who lack ambition. Any advice? Well, as soon as you get the first whiff that they're not ambitious enough for you, you got to move along. Don't invest too much in it. It's, sometimes I say finding a great mate is an endurance test. It really is. It's about going through lots and lots of people until you find the one that clicks. At the same time, you should also be working on yourself, because it's not about finding a great mate. It's about learning how to be a great mate. And then you'll find that you will actually connect and match with way more people. You have way more in common because you're just a better person. Okay. I want to answer Taylor's question before I go. Taylor says, is it fine for a girl to ask a guy to hang out first, or does that make the guy stray away? Yeah, that will make the guy stray away. But however, women, here's your job. Okay. At a basic biological level, sperm chases egg, not the reverse. We all want a mate that we value. We all value a mate that we have to work for a little bit. So women's job is not to chase men, not to ask out men. However, it is to issue an invitation for him to do that. And that's the most you can do. So issuing an invitation. When you see the person, hold the eye contact a little long, laugh a little louder at their jokes. They know that they're not that funny. But when you over laugh at their jokes, they know that you're into them. The hair flip, the look up and then look away. Ladies, learn how to flirt. And if you do that and he doesn't say, let's hang out sometime. Now, again, if you're only in a digital world and you're just clicking and doing likes on their pictures, I mean, you can do that for as long as you want, but you guys got to get in the real world. That's where people are. That's where they connect. I want to say that. But no, I do not believe. Look, I've had 40 years of relationship experience. And I will tell you this, that anytime I was into a guy and even slightly chased him, he ran away. He might have come closer for a minute, but then he ran away because they don't value women that chase. But if you learn how to issue that invitation and also be a little bit unavailable, if they last minute say, what do you want to do tonight? Say, oh, I have plans. How about next week? Whatever. You want to act like you are the amazing catch that you are and let them chase you. They love it. They love the chase. Women like the chase. We love to sit there and worry whether he's going to call or not. That's our version of the chase. Just how it works. Anyway, good to see you all. I'm going over to my Patreon Zoom room now. Come on over. Go to patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. Join our wonderful community over there. You can ask me anything there anytime. So good to see you. Bye. First, I'll end the broadcast here on StreamYard. Bye, everybody.